What's up, Clarence Sports Talkative Jones? Welcome back. We back. It's been a minute, but we back. Clarence Sports Talkative Jones presented by Player Progression Goals, playprogressgo.com. I'm happy to be back in the studio with you. I haven't recorded an episode since July the 23rd. That's a month and what? Let's see. I'm not, don't embarrass me here with the math. Okay, today's at what, 27th? So I haven't recorded since 23rd. So that's what, 24, 25, 26, 27. So that's a month and 4 days. 1 month and 4 days since I've last recorded a podcast. I think as far as the studio go, I haven't been in the studio as far as my YouTube page, Clarence Jones TV. It's been a minute as well. Anyway, I'm happy to be back. NFL season around the corner, and today's, oh yeah, by the way, the new studio setup, you may notice, well, not really new, just different background. I'm not an Eagles fan, by the way. I know I got on green. If you're looking at my YouTube channel, I'm rocking a green shirt, but it's actually the Rugrats. So, Rugrats, historic, classic cartoons. If you grew up in the 90s, if you're a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying? You grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about here. So I'm rocking the Kelly Green Rugrats classic historic shirt. And I got the EA Sports Madden 26 poster of Saquon Barkley. So if you purchase Madden 26, the physical copy from GameStop, the GameStop gave you a poster like how you're looking at right now in the background of Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley jumping over somebody's head. It's not my head, by the way. It's just the background. Okay. But yeah, so shouts out to GameStop. Shouts out to EA Sports for just throwing that in a mix of buying the game, a physical copy of the game. You get a Saquon Barkley poster. So I'm thankful for that. I'm happy for that. All right. So today's topic, I was saving this. I said I want to save it going into football season. A lot of people, when they first hit in July, everybody was covering it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to wait to football season, just because it's football season, and I just think this is a good topic to start the football season. We got actually next week Thursday the season start, Cowboys and Eagles. So yeah, and by the way, I'm not an Eagles fan. I know I got on green. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Falcon fan. Been a Falcon fan since 1998. I don't want nobody to say, "Hey man, you Eagles fan now?" No, still with the Dirty Birds, still Falcons. Like I said, I got the Rugrats Kelly Green, and I'm rocking this poster in the back because it's a fly poster that I thought. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just put it in my background for my podcast. Why not? Okay. So that's what it's going to be. Sort of like I said, you may see some switches up here and there. I may switch it up, but for the most part, I'm going to be rocking this background here for a minute until I can figure out some more background, cool, posters, banners, that type of thing. All right. So going back to today's topic, it's about Coach Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, Coach Teddy Bridgewater. We all aware. If you're not aware, I'm going to get you aware on what went down in July. He was pretty much suspended from is it Northwestern Miami? Yeah, Northwestern Miami. Well, I'm sorry, Miami Northwestern. I guess it's a high school, yeah, called Miami Northwestern. Coach Teddy Bridgewater was suspended for providing impermissible benefits to his players. Okay, and when I heard that in July, I was like, I'm gonna say this topic because I want to get this going come football season. But let's talk about it. Ridiculous. Don't make no sense. Crazy. You're punishing a coach for doing the right thing. When they say impermissible benefits. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. They're saying that as far as him giving his players rides home, getting them Uber rides, physical therapy, pregame meals, recovery help. Okay, field paint. I'm guessing they mean like field paint, meaning just decoration of the field, hooking the fields up. I don't know, but this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. For all us coaches out there, I'm a coach. You're a coach. If you're not a coach, I'm sure you know coaches. This is just ridiculous. Don't make any sense. everyone that spazzed out had every right to spaz out. I'm spazzing out because I just, if you're suspending Teddy Bridgewater for this, for doing the right thing, hell, we all should be suspended for doing the right thing because all those coaches have done above and beyond what our job may say. Our job may say, hey, you do this as a coach, and it may not have the extra things on it, like if a player don't have a ride home, or if it's getting late and the player ride hasn't showed up yet, or maybe there's some problems at home going on. Maybe the car ain't fixed, or the car in the shop. You get what I'm saying? Um, we've all gone our way as coaches to make sure our players are safe. Whether that means taking them home, letting them use our phone, calling their guardians, calling their parents. We went out our way, other than what the to-do list may say. The to-do list may say do this, but it's that good heart we have. It's that positive mindset, that God mindset, that blessful mindset, that caring mindset to say, we're gonna go above and beyond for our players. They deserve it. I just couldn't believe this. Now Teddy Bridgewater, the player, I didn't like him. And I didn't like him because he torched my Atlanta Falcons when he was playing with the Vikings. I mean, every time we played Bridgewater, it was hell. Every time he dropped back, I'm just praying it's an incompletion because Teddy Bridgewater tore my Falcons up. Okay, so that's why I didn't like him as a player. But like I said, you get what I mean. Overall, I like Teddy Bridgewater. I just didn't like when my Falcons played him because he tortures. Okay, but back to Coach Teddy Bridgewater. The man should have never been suspended. It got me thinking, what happened? What went down? Did another high school program reported Coach Teddy Bridgewater in Miami Northwestern? Did a parent did it? Did some type of administrator, somebody on the board, somebody that don't like Teddy Bridgewater? Something went down for this story to get out this way. Because normally you hear this, Coach Teddy Bridgewater taking care of his players, giving them Uber rides, taking them rides, taking them home, physical therapy, pregame meals, recovering help, field paint. That's a good story to get out. But what I'm trying to figure out is how this story got out in the wrong way, as far as making it like Mr. Bridgewater is he's breaking the rules. It's a crime. How did it got to this point? And as I'm thinking, I'm like, it had to be coming from a parent or parents, multiple high school programs. Ain't no way to just, hey, Miami Northwestern found out what Teddy Bridgewater was doing and decided to suspend him. Normally, when it go down like this, it's being reported from outside sources. Somebody, some people, it's on social media, somebody got it going and it became a story. Now, some may say, hey, is it a story because of Teddy Bridgewater, former NFL player, or is it a story because it just, hey, he don't supposed to be doing this. He's a high school coach. He don't supposed to be giving players rides home. He don't supposed to be ordering players Uber rides. No physical therapy is allowed. Recovery help, field paint, pregame meals. He can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, it went down somewhere in that fashion or form, and it's just not right, And I listened to Teddy Bridgewater press conference, and he just sounded like he just was, like this is how it be. This is just the way it is. Some people that, and he didn't sound like he appreciated, which I wouldn't appreciate it either. I wouldn't at all. Give me a second. Let me get some water. My my throat is really dry today. I don't know what's going on. But my throat is really dry. Like I said, I don't know why. Probably because I just brushed my teeth before I came on air. Okay, and the toothpaste is something probably still stuck down there. But like I said, anyway, let me clear my throat. Okay. All right. But yeah, Teddy Bridgewater didn't sound like he was too surprised of it. Like maybe he known this to happen to other coaches growing up. Maybe when he was an athlete in high school, maybe there's something, something like this happened with one of his coaches, or maybe he knows some friends or some family members that went through this when they was playing in high school. But he didn't sound like he was just shocked. He sounded like more like, yeah, this is kind of what I expected. This is how people do. This is, this is what they think of you. This is how they look at you. And I was like, well, damn, Teddy, Coach Teddy Bridgewater got to be used to this happening in that area. You know what I'm saying? It just had to be because the way he responded in the his press conference. Okay. But like I said, coach got suspended for basically doing the right thing. You know, like I said, I should be suspended if that's the case. I've been coaching since the age of 21. Okay, I'm 35 now. I've been coaching. I went on my way to do a lot for my programs. Okay, for my players, my programs, my athletes. I've bought my wife and I. We've bought, and you've heard me say this on several podcasts in the past. When I was coaching middle school basketball, my athletic director and my principal didn't really provide anything for my program. So my wife and I, out of our hard-earned money, had to go out and buy trophies, for my program, for my basketball players, medals, certificates, pizza parties, Cheetos, Doritos, sodas, fruit punch, okay, Sprite, Coca-Cola, High C. I mean, you name it, dessert, cake, ice cream. I went out my way, with the help with my wife to support my program when I was coaching in schools, as far as middle schools go. So I'm all in on Teddy Bridgewater's side. I know the feeling when the program just ain't supporting enough. Or maybe you don't want to ask the program because maybe they may take it the wrong way, just like how I did. I ended up asking my program, hey, can you help me out? And I got pretty much fired. Oh, Mr. Jones is not thankful for this opportunity. He's coming to us for more things he needs. We doing our best. But it won't hurt to, say, hey, can we have a donut sale or a candy bar sale? Can we raise some funds for the programs, get student athletes some sneakers, better basketballs, better uniforms, game bags? You get what I'm going here. So I've been there before what Teddy Bridgewater has went through, So like I say, and I'm pretty sure you've done the same with the help with your husband or wife or your family or your committee. However you did it to support your program. Okay, you took players home just like I did. You went out your pocket to buy medals and trophies and get better basketballs, maybe order a basketball, because the school didn't have a good basketball. So you took $60, $70, $80 out of your pocket. Look, I've been there before. Those evolution basketballs, you know what I'm saying? Them things ain't cheap. So I know the feeling of wanting more for your program because you feel like your players deserve it. And I'm pretty sure that's how Teddy Bridgewater felt like, man, my players deserve this. They deserve to be picked up from Uber. I can do this. Hey, it's getting late. I don't want them walking home because Teddy Bridgewater even mentioned, he said he don't want his players walking home. It's dark. We don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Players sometimes get caught up in the wrong mess, walking these streets back and forth. No, Teddy said, I'm going to get you an Uber. I'm going to take you home. I don't want you getting caught up in no drugs, no shooting, no gang violence, no nothing. I'm going to make sure you get an Uber home or I'm going to take you home. Physical therapy. I'm going to get your body right. You're stressing, you got injuries, and I can almost bet, ladies and gentlemen, I can almost bet that someone knew about this, someone heard about this, a group of people heard about this and took it the wrong way, and they took it in the form of jealousy. I can guarantee that's what happened. They took it in the form of jealousy. Hey, my players don't have this. Our program don't have that. How this coach is not fair? He's a former NFL player. He has more money than me on my program. You're a hater. You should respect a coach like that. If anything, if you're on the outside looking in and you know that's going on, you should want to talk to Teddy Bridgewater and his coaching staff and say, hey, how could we all come together in this area of Florida to make sure all our programs are good? What could we do, Mr. Bridgewater? Can we raise some money all together to make sure this entire district got these physical therapies, Uber rides, pregame meals, recovery help? That's what I would have done. But I wouldn't have been the jealousy or going back and reporting it. Because like I said, I think that's what happened. Like I said, I could be wrong. Maybe the school found out. Maybe the school that Teddy Bridgewater was at, Miami Northwestern, said, hey, you can't do that, Teddy. We got to report this. But I hardly doubt that. I hardly doubt that's what went down. I think it came from a bunch of parents. a bunch of coaches at different high school programs. They didn't like this. Somebody saw something on social media. Maybe a player from another program saw it on social media and said, hey, coach, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, y'all, hey, friends, hey, this is what's going on at Miami Northwestern. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But either way, this was doing the right thing and basically getting punished for it. So, and believe it or not, like I say, I've had people that I've talked to because knowing me, I'm always trying to recruit people to coach. I'm always telling people to coach. Sometimes people come at me and say, hey, man, I need a calling. I want to do something. You know what I mean? I feel like I can do this. I don't know what to do. And I always throw out coaching, along with many other things, but coaching is something I always address, always point out to people, especially if I see they good leaders, they good, comprehension is good. They good people, they not in any trouble. They a leader, they get the word out, they care about the youth, they care about kids. Always throw coaching in their face in a positive way, And like I said, I've had plenty of people come out and reach out to me since this happened in July and say, yo, Clarence, man, what the hell? How could a coach be punished for doing the right thing? And believe it or not, I tell them, basically what I'm telling you now on this podcast, but at the same time, I'm telling them this is how it happened. Sometimes it goes down to other people outside reporting you. Schools mostly will get involved, but like I said, I would find it hard to believe that Miami Northwestern saw about this and actually, I think they was damn near forced to suspend Teddy Bridgewater based on what the outside source reported. Somebody, some people, some program, someone reported this in order to make Miami Northwestern did this. But like I said, I'm not taking out. Man, Clarence, man, you taking out for the school that suspend Teddy Bridgewater. No, bro. No, sis, no, bro. I ain't doing that. I'm just giving you my opinion. Maybe the school did decide to do it on their own, but I just think this might have came from somebody else, social media, and somebody recorded something, somebody got something on video. I don't know. But that's just my opinion. That's what I think. But yeah, going back to the coaches, like I said, I've had coaches reach out to me, people that was thinking about coaching, and along with coaches and say, hey, yo, how did this went down? I don't understand. I'm like, look, this is just what it is. Somebody probably reported it, but this happens all the time. But most time it don't get reported. Schools just, if anything, say thank you. Schools will say thank you, Coach Jones, or Coach whoever your name is. They'll say thank you. Most time, if a school do this, okay, it's because you've been reported. I ain't saying this is a fact on Coach Bridgewater, but like I say, when I was doing it, my wife and I was taking care of the program at different, two middle schools. I ain't gonna say a few. I coached at two middle schools. And when we were doing it out of our own pocket, the school knew about it. They saw the trophies, they saw the medals, they saw the pizzas, the Doritos, Cheetos, fruit punch, high C, Coca-Cola, ice cream, okay, cake. They didn't say anything, but thank you, Mr. Jones and Miss Jones. Well, at the time she wasn't my wife, but they would tell us thank you. And we would smile and say thank you. We just want to do right for the program. And so this is just, I'm giving you my experience. When my schools found out what I was doing, my wife and I was doing for the basketball program, for the boys basketball program, I didn't got no write-up. I didn't got no meat saying, hey, Mr. Jones, you can't do that. Hey, it's a good thing, but keep in mind, you're breaking the rules. You can't do that, sir. I didn't got none of that. I didn't experience that. So I hardly doubt that Teddy Bridgewater, he is an NFL player. He's a backup quarterback for the Buccaneers right now. So I hardly doubt an NFL player would get this punishment when someone like me that's not even famous at all didn't got it. Oh, Clarence was just a middle school. It don't matter. If I was breaking the rules, my principal, my AD would have said something. David came and ate pizza and drank high C and Coca-Cola and ice cream and cake and Doritos. And they took pictures with the players with their medals, their trophies, okay, and the certificates. So that's how I know. I don't think it was the school Teddy Bridgewater was at that decided to do this. I think they was forced based on the outside people, outside programs, jealousy, hating. Somebody saw something on social media. Some players ain't, they don't like that. They feel they deserve that. Something went down. Okay. But back to these coaches that I'm talking to, because I'm always trying to get people into coaching. Always. Some people listen to me, some people don't. Oh man, that ain't for me. I can't do that. I'm stressed out. I ain't trying to get gray hair. But I'm always trying to preach to people. Hey man, hey sis, hey bro, get into coaching. You will love this. A lot of people now is coming to me since this went down. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, Clarence. I'm like, why? I can't do it, man. You saw what happened to Teddy Bridgewater? This man been doing the right thing, and he in the news. He getting, he got suspended. I ain't trying to go through all that, and I got to just say, all right, I understand, but I'm also letting them know is, hey, at the same time, this is what happened when you're successful. And what I'm saying, when you're successful, it's not about wins and losses. It's just like sometimes when you're doing the right thing and you're known for doing the right thing, people praise you. People talk about you. Oh, he's so great. Oh, she's so good with the kids. He's so good with the kids. They love him. Oh, they making good grades. They showing up to class on time. They coming home on time. They not in the streets. Thank God for that coach. A lot of time when all that talk, all that great positive talk, that loving God, caring talk is going on about you, a lot of time people outside don't like it. They don't like it, believe it or not. Also, this may shock you. Sometimes it could be people inside the schools, believe it or not. It could be some people inside the schools, because everybody in the school, don't get me wrong, we all work together. We all show up and teach class together and, eat at the same cafeteria, but everybody not with you. Some people get you. The social study teachers that right across from you, the band teacher, the math teacher, the English teacher, the counselor, it don't matter. The administration board, everybody in that school is not always on your side. So the same way I told you that it could have went down with the outside source, programs, parents, whoever, saw something on social media that might have reported it. Hell, it could have been someone inside Teddy Bridgewater school he was coaching at that reported it. You always got them people in that school, they don't like you or they just gonna tell it all. You know what I'm saying? I went to school with teachers that did their job by the book. If you farted in line, they will say, hey, you didn't say excuse me, you farted. But you get what I'm saying though. I've been there when they buy the book. They just buy the book. Okay. So this could have went either way. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised, like I say, because it happens. When I was coaching in schools, a lot of these teachers, most of them was nice to me. Most of them liked me. But I couldn't tell the ones that just didn't really care for what I'm doing, whether I had after school tutoring programs or I had, whatever I'm doing to try to raise money for the programs, or just, hey, can you send some extra work so so-and-so can get his grades up so he can turn that B to an A, or turn that C to a B, or turn that D to a C. Can you send in some work? I'm emailing, I'm calling. And a lot of them just give me body language like, oh, okay, Mr. Jones, I get to when I can. So, like I said, everybody in the schools is not always with you. Yeah, we got the same logo, we wearing the same colors, but sometimes it could go down that way. But like I said, I've lost some coaches, people that I thought was gonna get into coaching. When this story hit, they was like, Clarence, I'm done. I'm not trying to get no license. If it ain't volunteer, sometimes I have a hard time trying to get people to just be a volunteer coach for a youth league because they don't want to deal with parents. Parents will report them, hey, the coach didn't show up on time. He was 10 minutes late. He was 5 minutes late. Oh, he ain't good. We ain't winning. He ain't coaching good, or she ain't coaching good. She showed up to practice late. She yelled at my daughter. She yelled at my son. They don't want to do it. Okay. I'm down for that. I'm built for that. Not saying that they not, it just, everybody's not meant to coach. It's a lot that come with it. As you can already see what Teddy Bridgewater has went through. What I've told you, what I went through. I'm sure you got some stories that you went through from the time you started your coaching career to now that made you just say, you know what, I'm done. Or hey, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. It can lead you to that. But I'm glad Teddy Bridgewater is, in the NFL. He's back in the NFL. He's with a great competitive team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if he decided to get back to the high school coach, I'm sure he'd do the right thing, which still doing what he's doing. because he never did the wrong thing. So he should continue to give players rides home so they won't get caught up in the street, gang violence, all type of shooting happen, drugs. He just keep giving players rides home, calling them Ubers, physical therapy, pregame meals, recovery help, field painting, decoration. He should continue doing that if he decides to get back into coaching. I hope he ain't done. We need people like Teddy Bridgewater. Okay? Whether you're famous or not, whether you're NFL or not, whether you coach football or not, whether you like to coach, you should do it. Don't let what happened to me or what happened to Teddy Bridgewater stop you from pursuing your coaching career. Whether it's volunteer or this at the high school level or college level, semi-pro, do it. Okay? But like I say, I want to dedicate this episode to Teddy Bridgewater. So thank you, Teddy Bridgewater, Coach Teddy Bridgewater. Thank you. You probably will never even see this episode, probably won't even hear it. But like I said, I just want you to know, man, I thank you for doing what you did for the high school kids at Miami Northwestern for your student athletes. Okay? I'm sure this ain't the first time you've been doing this. You've probably been doing it your whole life since you started coaching. But maybe something just happened. Somebody in the school reported it, or whatever, parents, coaching program, whatever. But I want to thank you for doing the right thing for the youth. Because a lot of youth is getting caught up in a lot of bad things. A lot of youth is dying. They're getting shot. They're getting in trouble, going to prison. They're hanging with the wrong crowds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we got people like Coach Teddy Bridgewater doing the right thing. We got to praise them. Even though this news outlet or that news outlet may be not praising them, saying, hey, he just got in trouble, or, or whatever they may think. Oh, he should have been following. We got to keep praising coaches like Coach Teddy Bridgewater. So I want to thank Coach Teddy Bridgewater for doing the right thing. And if you're a coach out there and you're coaching sports, don't matter what level, youth, Pee-wee, Pop Warner, high school, middle school, college, professional, amateur, semi-pro, I want to thank you as well for doing the right thing for your program and for your players. And of course, I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to always do the right thing for my program and for my players. We got to do the right thing for athletes, student athletes, for the youth. We got to continue doing the right thing. It's a great calling from God and Coach Teddy Bridgewater, myself, and you all. We got to continue using it the right way. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. God bless. Stay tuned. Stay alert on my Instagram _Clarence Jones, Twitter Twitter X @_Clarence Jones, playprogressgo.com. Fantasy football is coming up, so be on the lookout. I'm going to be posting some fantasy football tips every week to let you know who the star, who not the star. I'm also going to be writing some blogs on fantasy football. I'm excited for football season. This fantasy football stuff gets me excited. I got a league going on. The drafts is this Sunday. Okay, I got 8 draft picks. I'm excited for that. The name of my team, you want to know the name of my team? The Clarenceburg Generators. Clarenceburg Generators is the name of my team. And you're going to know more about it. I'm going to be talking about it, uploading videos. Follow my YouTube page at Clarence Jones TV so you can be to, see those tips. Not really see, but listen to me talk about the tips on what to start, who to start. On my blog, playprogressgo.com/blog. Once you hit blog, it'll take you to a site called Medium, and you'll be able to read all my fantasy football information. Because I know you play fantasy football. You're thinking about playing it. You want to make sure you put in the right lineup. You may want to win some money. Who don't want to win no money? You know what I'm saying? God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Have a great one. And thank you again. And let's do the right thing. Let's keep coaching and doing our best at it. Don't let nobody stop us from coaching and doing the right thing. And by the way, real quick, if you think about getting into coaching, you got any more questions or you got some questions after listening to this episode, hit me up, CoachJones21@yahoo.com. Send me an email, CoachJones21@yahoo.com. Subject coaching. I'll help you out. I'll help you get into it. Any questions or concerns, I got you. God bless. Peace.